Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back. So, we're going to tap in. We're going to pull some cards and see what we get drawn to. There's a lot going on, so I really can't be super specific. The only specific message that I had, wait, right. It kind of comes off of the tail end of the last message surrounding like somebody darkness trying to latch on to your energy, and you guys already going through the karmic cycle to learn and know how to protect yourself from that. So essentially you're being initiated to utilize and put to practice all of the lessons that you learned. So you guys learned how to come out of entrapment, right? How to exorcise demons. But this is about avoiding that so you don't even have to go through that process anymore. How to preemptively protect yourself so you're not having to exercise anything and continuously need to heal and fight some internal battle or realign yourself because these demons you let latch on to you, these are external. We talk a lot about internal demons, but I'm talking about external ones right now. Okay, it's my TT. All right. So the message that I was getting today is that some of you guys are seeing people acting irrational, acting strange. This could be on the road. Okay. This could be in your workplace. So this could be your family, this could be your partner, this could be, all I know is that the message surrounding this is, collective, you need to identify. You see how you made a paradigm shift and you shifted your reality. Because you guys did that recently, you're going to start seeing very clearly the people who are living a different reality. It's a completely different timeline. And because of so if you made paradigm shifts to pick this path, and then there's people in your vicinity, in your life, that stayed on this one. This is the path of awakening and enlightenment, and this is the path of denial and rejection and resistance and suffering. Okay? But it might not have looked like that at a point of time, because for many people on the enlightenment journey, it very much reflected suffering because of all the work you were doing to cut through all the karma. But because people that were actually on the karmic path, that were truly on it because they didn't choose to ascend from it, they didn't acknowledge the karma, they just wanted to avoid and keep going. They gave the perception of abundance. Whether it was financially, whether it was love, whether it was happiness, whether it was, the only reason why that was there, that frequency was there, was because they were able at that time to avoid whatever it was, whatever tough pill the collective chose to swallow, which was the pill of karma. So what I'm seeing or trying to explain that I was channeled was the people, there's a switch. So as the people on the path of enlightenment, okay, come out of the karmic energy, ascended, and are now moving into a space of peace and abundance and all of this shit, the people who were living this peace and abundance, which was just a reflection of their ignorance and their refusal to accept the truth, are now force-fed the truth, and it's a switch. They're not, their energy isn't coming off of abundant. And because a lot of people that are going through this switch that are forcefully, I speak to a collective of people who chose this, okay? Because that's why we're chosen. That's why we're considered, the people I read for, I would consider us chosen. It's not because God chose us. God chose us all when he created us. When the creator, it's not he or she, it's the creator, created us. Okay, that was the choice, and then chose to give us free will and support our journeys in what we then, as above so below, choose to do. So I read for people who are chosen because they chose the path of enlightenment, healing, and to go through the karma. They chose the path of the truth. She's getting old now. I told you back in the day I would never, in all 7 years of her life, she has never sat on a couch. Any of the couches I own, especially not a brand new one. But now I switched it up because TT's getting old now, and anyways, she likes to cuddle. And she likes to be, she said, you guys let your pets, your dogs watch the readings and be in your readings? How come I don't get to be? It's just a fly, TT. Oh, great. And she's burping. She's getting so old. My little baby, my killer. No, you're an angel. You're an earth angel. You're God's dog. Tell them you're God's dog. They don't know. They don't know that you're anointed. They don't know. I know, yes. She looked at me, but you know. And I'm like, yes, I know. She's like, that's all that matters. Thora's a G. I love her. Okay. So, yeah. Back to what I was saying. You're going to be seeing people moving strange, going through crisis. Even doesn't even have to be so dramatic. But essentially, you're going to be seeing people responding and reacting to the reality that they are subject to, that you moved yourself away from, that is not a reflection of your reality. So we talk a lot about how the universe mirrors things back to us, as above, so below, as within, so without. I'm now being drawn to the energy that isn't a reflection of where you are now. It could have been where you were or where you could be should you not choose your authenticity, should you not choose the path of continuing to heal and ascend. But it isn't your reality in the present. That's what I'm gathering. That's why it feels strange. That's why it feels like this isn't an energetic vibrational match to me. Not anymore. Or at least it's not now, so you better make sure you don't come out of alignment. Start rejecting the truth. Don't start playing dumb now. Don't go back to sleep. Right? Because it is possible to go back to sleep. I believe we've awakened, went back to sleep, awakened. I know this is the longest I've stayed awakened. But who's to say? Who knows where I'll end up in a year or two? I hope just continuing to ascend and awaken. But I know that I'm going to have my journey to have to fight through so that I don't go back to fucking sleep. And that I continue to just wake up more. Because I'm awakening. I keep saying I'm awakened. I'm awakening. There's levels to this motherfucking shit. You understand? So I can humble myself and say I'm awakening. Because I know when I'm fully awake, like this, bitch, I'm levitating. Anyways, let me stop playing. So, and I don't have any advice other than to not come out of alignment. I think the divine is just trying to make you aware of an energy, because I just feel like some of you I feel like you think that people are whacked and that people around you are going crazy. People are starting to lose their mind. Remember what happened when you started to lose your mind. What were you actually doing? You were gaining it. So there is a massive motherfucking awakening that is happening. I'm talking people that are dead ass asleep, not in the awakening process and we're here like this and we're sitting like this. And no, I'm not talking about that. Okay? Because that's where I'm in. I'm at that journey where I'm not in shock because I just woke up, but I'm just kind of, and I've wiped the coal out of my eye. I'm just kind of there being like, what the fuck? Trying to navigate. You know what I mean? But there's people who are out, lights out, night, asleep. They're awakening and they're going to come in like they're losing their fucking minds. And if you support them and you encourage them, you'll actually help them gain it faster. And the awakening of the people around you serves you. So for those dark workers, people who don't go into light worker energy, and your dark workers, just know that you have, because dark workers, they have an innate caring about themselves and about their path. They love themselves, and their best interests are always top of motherfucking mind. Okay? But that's why they're so powerful. Dark worker, light worker, we did this work last year in April. Some of you guys are being triggered to go into light worker energy. And it's because you need your personal vetted selfish interests you have awakened enough, the dark worker in you is awakened enough to know that you need other people to ascend, to make your life better. You need other people to awaken, which is why the awakened people before us were so generous and so kind and so open to helping and healing. It wasn't just because they were good people. They were dark workers and knew that their life and this world is a better motherfucking place the more we all ascend. So the more you help people ascend, the more your life gets better. And the less it looks like people are losing their fucking mind. For some of you, this chaotic energy of everybody losing their mind is because the universe is trying to get you to step out into mission. You're selfish with your healing. You've only applied it to yourself. You do not offer no healing to people. And for many of you, it's not even because you don't think that you can't. It's because you don't feel it's necessary. It's your teachings, your journey has just served you. The universe is trying to get you to live this out now and move from the dark worker to the light worker. This has nothing about good or evil. You guys have to get over that whole light dark thing. It has nothing to do with that. Because people just see ethereal and then the darkness, and it's none of this. We have to really get past it and see that they're just energy vibrations. Both can be very powerful. Both can manifest. Both can do the exact same fucking things as each other. It's just at a different vibration, which that i.e. creates a different reality. And then all the realities and vibrations that are in between the two. You understand? That's why life is so multidimensional. It's because of shit like that, or at least that's how I see it, right? So I see that some of you guys are going from the dark worker to the light worker. And you're doing it not even like, you didn't set intention like, I want to be a dark worker. I want to start helping people. Some of you guys, you did, which is great. I don't feel like this message applies to you because there's no pull. You're already doing what you're doing. This pull is for those of you that are kind of comfortable in your dark worker, because you've always been a dark worker. Your journey of ascension was through being a dark worker, not a light worker, but you've ascended the same way. Learn to love yourself, learn to bring yourself into union, learn to pursue your dreams, initiated into faith, patience, surrender. Like, you've done all the same things. It's just really concerned yourself. You've never applied those skills externally to you, and you're being asked to. I personally feel like I'm talking, no, it could be male or female. I was going to say I think I'm talking to a masculine. But no, the divine said no. I think I just got a vision of a masculine struggling with this who resonates at this time. But anyway, moving on from that, I think you guys get the point of what I was trying to say about the realities and stuff, your paradigm shifts. There's a lot of good things coming in, but there's also a lot of erratic energy that you're going to have to be responding to, much of which is just because you're looking at it from a different POV, point of view. Right? Where before, when you were in your karmic energy, it didn't seem so chaotic because your energy was vibrating most of that, right? You were a reflection, but then you shift your paradigm, you ascended yourself. Now it's not an energetic vibrational match to your present moment, but it's still in your past. So that means you're dealing with it still. It's still around. You can still see it. No different than the past. Yeah, these people aren't maybe, because like I said, it could be even on the road. You don't know any of these people, but you're just watching people drive and you're like, this is worse than normal. Or if you're in the grocery store, some of you guys are going shopping and you see like 3 different confrontations, none of which have anything to do with you, but you see 3 in one day. And I see you guys at one point in the car being like, I'm going home. I'll make tea at home. I'll make coffee at home. I'll make something at home. I'm not doing the last errand. For some of you, you are very smart. Because I'm tapping into somebody in particular who thinks that there's something wrong in the ethers, is trying to figure out what's going on collectively because of what you're observing. Anyways, the first card that came out, we're going to pray, was the 4 of Wands. And this is a completely different message because all of a sudden I could not remember anything we just talked about. Like, I bet you if I really think about it, I could remember, but right just off of natural hop, I can't remember a single channeled message prior to me looking at this card. So that to me means there's a new message. So we're going to pray, okay? Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guardian Angels, thank you for rising me up out of my bed this morning, and thank you for connecting me with the collective every day. Right now, please allow me to communicate clearly with the collective, all the messages that are in our greatest good surrounding our material abundance, sustenance, the relationships closest to us, our personal ascension and development, and any other messages that you deem worthy at this time. Thank you, Creator God, Prime Source, Ancestors, Guardian Angels, for everything you do for me and the collective on a regular. All the healing energy, the support, the love, the guidance, and the protection. We are nothing without it, and we are nothing without you. So glory be to the Most High forever and ever. Amen. That's really cool. So the lower vibrational energy has come back into our readings. Remember I said that we've gone a good 2 weeks where there was just really high, intense, positive energy in the messages, and the messages have gone a little bit dark, but look at how high our perspective is on the dark energy. This is really good. This is ascension. We've been really curated over a period of time, because we'd be foolish to think that life will never exist with lower vibration, that you'll never experience evil, you'll never be tried and tested by darkness. That's foolish to think that. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel, though, what the goal wasn't to eliminate darkness. It was how to navigate, how to use discernment, how to choose. A lot of people feel like they didn't really have a choice with regards to the darkness that they were exposed to. And this ascension journey essentially teaches us that we do have a choice. And should we align our mind and our hearts, we can make changes that are a reflection of these choices, this different reality, if that makes sense. Ace of Cups. See, Ace of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Five of Cups, Ace of Wands. Five of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. Five of Cups, Ace of Wands. Divine's trying to talk to us right now. There's a pattern. Divine always talks to me in patterns. It's unfortunately with school, you're not really, there's a lot of things about my brain that are really smart, and the way school was set up, it didn't put a focus on those things. So I always came out in school I was an idiot. I never got good grades and stuff, but there was a part of me that there was a gifted program, and they would call kids from the gifted program, and I would always feel a way about that, because I felt like I was supposed to be part of the gifted program, and no matter how insecure and worthless I felt like I was, there was a part of me that was like, no, bitch, we have greatness in us, we just ain't there yet. I swear to God. I don't know why that came in. But anyways, I see a pattern. Oh, it's because of patterns. Look at the Five of Cups and the Five of Pentacles, both mirrored by a new beginning. Your new beginning is triggering the shit out of you. That's what the fuck I see. But I already told you this, though. This is also a reflection of the Y paradigm and the X paradigm. What do you want? Everybody talks about what the fuck they don't want. But imagine you went to a restaurant. So imagine you went to the counter of a deli. And they asked you, what do you want? And you're like, well, I don't want the tuna. And I ain't getting the meatball sandwich. And I definitely don't want the fucking turkey. The bitch is going to go, what the fuck do you want then? I can't help you unless you know what the fuck you want. You telling me what you don't want doesn't help me. That's what the divine is saying to some of you. Do you get it? You keep talking about what the fuck you don't want, and you have to look at it like you were at a deli or a counter to understand how stupid it fucking is to the person you expect to help you or serve you. So you want the divine, you want God to serve you. They asked you what you want. But here goes the collective. I don't want tuna, and I don't want turkey, and I don't want that. And okay, so why don't you step aside out of the line so that somebody who does know what they want can be served? This whole transaction, okay, this could actually have been one of the weird confrontations that some of you're going out to do errands, and you witness at least 2 or 3 different confrontations. It's wild. You may or may not be a part of them, but I honestly think you're witnessing them. And at one point you're just like, I'm going home. You're almost in tears. You're like, what the fuck is happening? You want to clear your energy. Like you feel like I can just feel it. But fuck, that distracted me. Not distracted me. It pulled me in a different direction. It's a choice. What are you going to focus on? What the fuck do you want? Because this is what you don't want. We know, says the divine. Duh, bitch, says your shadow. Okay? Obviously, says the universe. The question here is, what would you like? Hey, I'm such a bitch. I don't know why I'm feeling like this. There's just so much happening. Energetically, I have every emotional, because of what Cancer season did to me, I have every emotional spectrum active in my aura. So you're getting everything and all at all times. TT, they think I'm crazy. TT, they think I'm crazy. Okay. What? We know what you don't want. What do you want? And there's the creator, not the creator, Mother Star and the creator came out side by side. That's yes and that's no. That's the ambivalence. It's the lack of fucking clarity. Yes and no. You're going, what is it? The divine's asking you, what is it that you want? You're not answering our question. So some of you guys are going to make a massive paradigm shift because you realize that what you're focusing on and how you're responding to the creator is with what you don't want and not what you do. Boom! Motherfucking 8-8 portal is looking lit for you. Why? Because now this 8-8 portal, you'll go through it. Because you've lightened your heart enough to ask for what it is that you want because you believe in it. And then boom, what's on the other side of the portal? Your fucking manifestations. For some of you, other side of the portal is irrelevant. This could be before, after. Saying the other side doesn't... Look at it. It's like the other side of this. There was one more card. It's the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. You've done the work, you've mastered a skill, you need to now go into a space where you are not educated and you haven't had achievements and you're looking down the barrel of a bunch of hard work. It's a new energy. This is why a lot of people stay in their karmic cycles. They don't want to think about doing all the work again. Are you a master of one or many? I read for a master of many. So that's why it's in reverse, because the collective doesn't have an ego and feels no way about going back into the page position. This is you acknowledging you've mastered things. So this isn't self-deprivating. This is acknowledging that you are a master in certain things and then being excited and optimistic about going into a new, complete space where you are not a master. You are a fucking page again. So this means all that fucking process, the process of executing work ethic and putting in time and energy and hard work and dedication, you're being asked to do it again in a new way. And you're going to be asked to do it again and again and again. And as you get stronger, that's not going to trigger you so much. Some of you guys get very triggered by the idea of having to put in more work. And don't worry, if you feel that way, you're going to have a period of rest. Prior to Jamaica, you couldn't fucking talk to me about doing nothing. Oh, I want to do an event. You go and have an event and invite me then. Oh, we can connect later. Like, I was not in the mood. I didn't give a fuck. I was so exhausted, I felt like I was in motherfucking crisis. I felt like I was drowning. You know when you're like paddling? I felt like my arms and my legs were too tired that I was going to drown. And then that was why the messages came in about floating. The divine taught me how to float and I got to rest. So now, when I turn off my back and I get my arms and my legs and my face back and my chest back in that water, I'm fucking swimming, fam. And that's what the fuck I've been doing. And I went fast. And it's amazing, right? So just to give you an example about putting in that hard work, you need a break. You need a rest. If you're being triggered by me talking about you needing to put in hard work, there's something coming in. These new beginnings require your attention and your hard work and dedication. And you will gain the same kind of education and achievements that you did with everything else that you invested your hard work, your work ethic, your time and your energy in. You are abundant. What you touch grows things. You put your time, your energy, and love. This is the Empress without her fancy dress, without, being in her regal energy. That's the Empress that people don't talk about. When she's out in the motherfucking fields, right? Everybody wants to be the Empress with the throne and the dress and all that shit, but they don't know that this is actually the Empress on a regular day-to-day. when she isn't taking Instagram photos. This is what the fuck is really going on. Right? I like that. Okay. Let's expand more though. I feel like these ace energy, because the Four of Wands is what came in: creativity, union, freedom. I feel like the divine is a bit confused with some of you surrounding your union energy. And it's like, it's what I said at the beginning of the message. They know what you want, but you have to manifest it clearly. Because they're not going to take the universe will take no blame. You wanted this. You asked for it somehow. With the things that we fuck up. And we're like, no, I didn't want that. And the universe is like, yes, you did. It's kind of that same energy. The universe wants to know you want this. This isn't a mistake. This didn't come out of nowhere. You're not going to reject it. You're not going to play dumb. Because you're going to be consciously aware that you asked for this and you wanted this. And this is good. This is very, 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 very good. Okay? For some of you, if this is a union you're already in, this is about manifesting. What are the aces? We have the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This could be, if this is a relationship, these people have been together for a very, very long time. Because this is trying to get the spark back. This is focusing on the beginning of the relationship and all the feelings and the intensity and the sex, the passion, the romance, the connectivity, the kind of lost in each other's worlds kind of energy a little bit. Some of you guys, if you're in a union, you're reflecting on these times, wondering how you can bring them back. You simply put, how you bring this back is you simply acknowledge to your partner, I can be with you for the rest of my life and I'm always going to have to learn new things about you. And that brings a sense of excitement to me because I'm going to learn. It's going to bring a sense of newness, a new beginning, because you keep growing and developing and changing, and you're going to have to always get to know your partner. You're going to have to always take time to know them. Where if you're in a relationship for a long time, you might already think you do. And then because of that, you don't give your partner any room to be other than what you have said they are. And you really justify that with how much time you've been together, how long you've known them. It's a crock of shit. If you don't have the interpersonal skills to properly get to know somebody, you can be with them for 10 years and know less about somebody that has spoken to them known them for a day. Real shit, a whole day. That's why people who know each other long get really offended when other people who they haven't known so long know things about them. How could you tell them and not you and not me? Because you have this idea that because you've known each other so long, you should know all this shit. You don't know it because you don't have room and the capacity to get to know the evolving version of your partner or vice versa. So this is about trying to bring, I heard that old thing back, trying to get the spark again. Do it by being open to getting to know your partner and saying, I don't feel like I know you, but I love you enough to want to continue to get to know you and stay in this relationship. But identifying that there is a disconnect, and this is probably what it is. It's the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. So this isn't a lack of commitment. This isn't a lack of honesty. This is more emotional. This is more, whatever channel came out. Okay, now this Four of Wands have to do with this Five of Pentacles and this Five of Cups now. This is probably the blockage. Why manifest union? This is some of you guys going, I'm not going through the portal. I told you you're going through the fucking portal, fam. Why else would you be here watching this shit? Okay? I'm your sister, and I'm gonna fucking tell you right now you're going through the portal, but look at you. I'm at the portal being like, yo, let's go. And this is you being like, no, I'm not gonna go through the portal. I can't manifest what I truly want. How can I create a new reality when all I know is this reality? That's just a reflection of disappointment and heartbreak. You are here to create. That's what God has been teaching us in this ascension journey, how to create a completely new reality outside of the one that we were given, inherited, whatever, subject to when we weren't awakened. This is what the fuck we're going to do. We're going to completely change our reality because after all these years, we are powerful enough and awakened enough to do that. So who cares? Allow this reality to fuel the new one, meaning everything you went without, everything you went through, this new timeline is going to be a reflection of the opposite. I ain't never going to have to go through that, and I'm going to never go without this, and I'm going to have all this. So allow this old cycle that you're so fucking sure is the only reality that exists to fuel a new reality. Make it up in your mind. Call it a vision board, diary, who cares? What is your ideal life? What does it look like to you? And it's going to trigger you because all of this heartbreak is going to stop you every time your heart or your mind tries to say, your heart or your mind goes, no, these are all the reasons why that's a crock of shit. Don't even fucking talk to me about that bullshit, that fantasy. I told you fantasies are only fantasies to people who don't have the courage to pursue them. They're dreams. That's why they're a fantasy, something unrealistic and unattainable. Where that same fantasy could be somebody else's reality. What's the difference? One believed it was possible and the other one didn't. One was ashamed, the other one wasn't. One person was integrated with their soul, the other person wasn't. You get what I'm trying to say? So that's some homework I heard. Some work, actual, like, the divine wants to know. They know what you don't want. They know the reality you're not happy with. So create a new one. It's like God, if you were a child, God sat you at a table and gave you a piece of paper and a bunch of crayons and told you to draw me a picture of the life that you want. Wish it. Like it's your birthday and you're making a wish on a cake. Watch how that wish becomes reality because you believe it can. For those of you that aren't in a union, though, yeah, you're struggling to manifest it. But I see you overcoming this because all of these fives were mirrored by aces. So that's why the beginning message is you guys get fucking, your new beginnings trigger the shit out of you. But that's what they were supposed to do. That's how you know they're your new beginnings, regardless of what happens with them. 5 of Swords, 5, 5, 5. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, and 5 of Swords. Ooh. I did see the 5 of Wands at one point, too. And then, as I said, 5 of Wands, I see the 6 of Wands. That's overcoming conflict, being victorious, being able to overcome something. And it's upheaval, conflict, and loss. You overcame the upheaval, the conflict, and loss was stopping you from wishing and manifesting anything different. Also see that with regards to, like, it can go back to the beginning message. Some of you guys feel like somebody close to you, could even be your partner's acting strange. They're acting erratical. They're not composed. They're snapping. They're unstable. You're looking at your partner as being unstable. It's because they are. The lies that they stood on are crumbling. It's the tower. Unstable. The tower's crumbling. Unstable. That's what it is. But we demonize being unstable instead of looking at it for what it really is. If somebody's unstable, that means they're being liberated from a lie or an illusion. Because something's cracking, something's breaking, and it's whatever false sense of security and stability that person had. So they're unstable, whether it's emotionally, mentally, financially, whatever. So some of you, let's see a little more of this. A little more of this and a little more of that. I feel kind of goofy today. Feel good though still. Really do. I feel like a child a little bit. I definitely feel the page energy. And I'm just making sure my ego doesn't stop me from going on a new journey of education and achievement and all that shit. And the Empress. Remember I was telling you, this is what the Empress looks like when she's all done up and shit. You know what I'm saying? And waving to people, and people are admiring her and all this shit. But the majority of the time, the Empress is looking like the 8 of Cups, fam. in the fields, fucking tending to all the abundance that she has cultivated, he or she has cultivated. Just tending to it, making sure it doesn't squander, making sure everything stays alive, everything stays active. You know what I'm saying? So abundance, grace, and fertility. Oh, this is jealousy. Look at the queen. Jealous of the Empress. This Queen of Wands, because in between is upheaval and conflict and loss. Somebody is very jealous of the Empress. The Empress doesn't give a shit. The Empress knows that that's what that comes with the territory. That's what I heard. That comes with the territory. That's what the Empress just told me. Empress said, I don't give a fuck about that. Because I was about to tell the Empress about how this person is all jealous about them. The Empress is like, that doesn't matter. It's true. Because the Empress is here to inspire. And what's the opposite? What's the fine line between? It's jealousy, envy, and fucking inspiration. So the Empress isn't fazed by some combative, like this person's beefing themselves. This person wants to be in a conflict with the Empress, but the Empress isn't even giving this person the time of day, which is just making them feel less significant and is triggering them even more. And that's why there's the Five of Swords. Somebody isn't getting to the Empress. They're not triggering the Empress. They're not, whether male or female, but this person isn't fucking hurting nobody's feelings. They're just making themselves not look as good, not look as confident, look insecure, because the Queen of Wands in reverse is going to act secure and act really bossy and confident, but be the most insecure bitch on the planet. That's why the Queen of Wands in reverse has to do the most, because there is an actual confidence, where the Empress has actual confidence. Like, look at the Queen of Wands is dressed way more fancy than the Empress, but who has the real abundance? The Empress. This Queen of Wands knows that. You understand? It's funny to me. They tried it. They fucking tried it. Anyways, what else is this about? This is also about your confidence and your ability to be able to create the reality that you want. So if this is all just you, collective, and you're the Queen of Wands, this is you graduating so that you've gained enough confidence to be able to see certain things for yourself. But this is having a certain level of confidence to pull them in because you believe you can cultivate them, you can do something with them. They're not going to overtake you or overpower you, that you're equipped, that you're ready enough, that you're good enough for it. Remember, I told you guys, don't delay your unions because you say you're not ready enough, you're not healed enough, or other people need to be healed and not have this issue and this and all that kind of shit. As long as they love you and are willing to ascend and are transparent and honest and everything that essentially you're projecting at this stage of your ascension, I don't see what the fucking problem is. Regardless of what happens with you and these people. The point is to not, if this is around like a relationship, don't date somebody who is a reflection of a lesser version of you because you, not a lower vibrational version of you because you decide you don't want to ascend anymore. And you want to be the ascended one. So you're going to stay at this level and just attract people who are not as ascended so that you have some kind of feeling of like superiority and like control or whatever the case is. Now I'm tapping into like masculine energy, whether male or female, using their spiritual aptitude to like control and dominate less spiritually developed people. And they're not even that ascended. That's the joke, you know? So this person won't want to be around other awakened people. They want to be the only awakened people in an environment so that they can have control over the people who aren't as awakened. Where if there were other awakened people, they would challenge them. I don't know where this is coming from. I'm going to move off that. Sometimes I feel like it doesn't make sense. I'm not sure. Anyways, then we have the Six of Swords. There is somebody coming towards you now. Because now, if this isn't you, this person is now in a boat on the way to you. I'm assuming you're the Empress collective. which is why the energies and the messages have been so fucking abundant. It's because this is where the collective's energy is at right now. Congratulations. That's also why we were being congratulatory. The Three of Swords. Oh, fuck. Oh my God. There is somebody who is really heartbroken that is on their way to the Empress. This could be somebody coming to you for some kind of healing and support. This person is in fucking crisis. This could be somebody coming today, because the wands speak of days. So this could be today or tomorrow. Somebody could be coming to the Empress looking for healing and support because of something really devastating that they just went through, or some kind of serious stress that they're under. Somebody can't sleep because the 3 plus the 6 equals the 9 of Swords, right? If not, this is somebody very heartbroken who is angry at the Empress, and the Empress isn't the one to blame. This person is trying to find somebody to blame, somebody to dump this pain and this anger on, and they're going to the Empress. That's not going to turn out well for them. It could be the rock bottom. It could be a rock bottom. I don't think this is going to be an actual confrontation. There's no fucking way. I just think, what's this person? Yeah, good news. It's not a confrontation, but there is somebody coming towards you. Look at this. There's a lot all going towards the Empress. Who the fuck are they? And what do they want? Because this isn't good energy. The 3 of Swords and the 8 of Swords, this is mental imprisonment. Somebody is trapped. This is what I was trying to say at the beginning of the message. People are going fucking through it, collective. Okay? This has nothing to do with you. But they mirror an energy vibration and a reality that you once lived by. So try to have compassion, try to have understanding, but do not take this on, and do not get baited to go back into a reality that is not yours. See the instability for what it is. Somebody is unstable because they are going through a tower. And then the 5 of Wands. We've had every single 5. And then the Page of Swords. This is the collective in the Page position. Look at the pre-Empress. I love that. Look at the baby Empress in the making. Look how far you've come, collective. Look how far you're going to go. Because you've already made this, but now you're going back to the Page, which means you're being curated to become the Empress in a different field, in a different area of your life, in a different way, at a higher vibration. It's like, it's you go from this to this, back to this, work your way up to this again, then you go back to this. It's a cycle. So many people stop here. Their ego makes them stop right here. You've became the Empress only to put on your fucking slacks, put on your mother, get your notebook out, and be the Page again. The fucking royalty of you people. It fuels the narcissist in me. Not the narcissist. I don't want to say the narcissist because I don't feel like it's rooted in insecurity. I feel more so it's my ego. It's just the ego. I just love it. Some of you guys could be having conflict. This is a mother and a daughter. This daughter is getting big now. They have their own sword of truth. So that means they're communicating, you know, their feelings and their thoughts and really standing for their truth. They're doing it to their mother. I just see some kind of conflict between a mom and her older daughter. The divine wants you to see the mirror and deal with the 15-year-old version of you. Because that's what your daughter is mirroring to you. Okay? There's a mirroring. Your younger version of you is being triggered at this time. And then we have the Ace of Swords. I also feel like this is coming out of, because the first card out was the 4 of Wands. Look at you coming out of your lonely journey. First you went from sitting beside your sword of truth all by your lonesome to look, you have a friend now. I love that. This is that close, intimate partner relationship. High Priestess, 3 of Cups, more friends. Aw. And then the 2 of Cups. I knew it. These are friends, and this is romantic partner. But the collective is going from one lone wolf It's having a bunch. You have friends, you have romantic partner, but look. So these, for many of you, that final day's energy is this. You're so used to sitting by that bend on your own. Look at I love that Queen of Pentacles, collective showing up as the Queen of Pentacles, guarding. So this is the self-confidence. This is the collective shifting their paradigm and sitting in a very confident place. So yes, you're loyal, you're wise, you're charming, you're very loving. You could even be quite soft-natured. But the resilience and the ability to be able to stand your ground and defend yourself is such a beautiful balance. You're showing up very strong in the collective right now, collective. Amazing. You're showing up very strong in the cards. As I said that I saw the Emperor. Showing up very strong in the cards. Where is he? Whatever. Now he's running away. I can't with the Emperor. Well, because I saw him poke out and then he disappeared again. I'm like, the games. Death. The Star. And the Six of motherfucking Pentacles. Wow. Wow. Yay. I don't know why. The Tourette's. Whoa. All of a sudden, I felt like I should stop the reading right now. I just do my job, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. This isn't ready to read yet, which makes sense why it would come out at the very, very end. And because the creator said no. And I need to figure out why they showed me this but didn't want me to talk about this right now. Anyway, I love you guys. Until the next time I see you, keep letting your inner angels live. Mwah. Ciao.